Hello everyone, welcome to the Film Feast's, speed bump, very first video review. Hopefully that speed bump isn't metaphorical for more bad things to come as far as video reviews go, but I wanted to try this out. Lots of people do car reviews, and I figured, hey, why not me be the next to try out car reviews. And today I wanted to review Noah. Noah, as you probably already know, came out very recently. It is Darren Aronofsky's newest film. Darren Aronofsky, very prolific director, has directed films like Pi, Requiem for a Dream, The Fountain, The Wrestler, and his newest film, Black Swan, which was one of my favorites of 2010. So I was very eager to revisit his filmography with Noah. But then the trailers started coming out, and I got a lot less excited. Just seeing these big, epic, CGI-heavy shots with the ark rising out of the water, I was just like, Usually for movies like that, I'm kind of excited, but for Aronofsky, it feels like a bit of a step back. First things first, I think Russell Crowe did an excellent job as the titular character, Noah, and also the supporting performances were great as well. Points about the movie, I really loved the dialogue. The movie is complicated. And I don't mean that it's, hard for an audience to understand, because if you know the story of Noah's Ark, I think you're going to at least have a firm grasp on, everything that's going on. Aronofsky adds in some elements that are biblical and some elements that are not so biblical. He has a lot that he's trying to tackle, a lot of messages, a lot of themes, a lot of moral quandaries, and all of that is in this movie, but none of it is absolutely stellar. I think the film covers, a wide range of different visual effects. Some of them are very practical, very Aronofsky infused, a lot of kind of time-lapse shots, or time-lapse styled shots where it's just like frame. Then there are kind of the experimental shots that ILM does, and that's mostly with the Watchers, who are these fallen angels who have become these crooked rock creatures. Some of the shots with the Watchers are very CGI heavy, but that's ILM for you. But some of the shots looked like almost stop motion. There were times when they would just be kind of walking around and their movements would feel just slightly joltier. And that was something that really intrigued me. I was like, ILM's kind of thinking outside of the box. And from what I read in an interview with Aronofsky, he actually brought in ballet dancers and attached yoga blocks to their feet and put crutches on them so that their movements would feel very broken and, kind of unwarranted. And then finally there are the big epic scope shots that are very CGI heavy, the animals walking into the ark, which honestly, really, that shot, I was like, what is this? This is so subpar, especially for ILM. And then the ark, rising out of the water, pretty much any shot with the ark being the main focus is, although there are some shots where the ark was practically built, but there are also shots where it's just a CGI boat in the water. But I am happy to say that Aronofsky focused a lot of his vision not on the big shots that kind of define this movie in its scope, but he focuses more on the characters. And now I'm at IHOP, and I will get back to that in just a second. Alright, now my tummy is full. Maybe too full. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, talking about the characters being placed above all else in the story of Noah. First off, I should say that this is Aronofsky's dream film. He's been working on it for a very long time, probably before he even started getting big with films. And I'm sure over that long period of time he's been focusing on different things, different storytelling techniques. To my surprise, he has focused the story around Noah and made every other character kind of sprout off from Noah's story. Every decision that Noah makes affects someone around him, and that, I think, adds so much depth to each and every character in the film, in that they're not just this singular entity that is supporting Noah on his journey. They're characters who are radically affected by his decisions. First off, there is his wife, who is played by Jennifer Connelly. And for the first force of the movie, she was sort of absent. She was there, but her character just didn't do anything, really. And then the film reaches this point where Noah has to make this unbelievable decision. And, well, let's just say it's a sticky situation, and his wife isn't exactly supportive of it. Jennifer Connelly's character bursts through this fantastic monologue where she condemns Noah for his decision. It really, really is a great moment, and in my opinion, one of the best things that Jennifer Connelly has ever put forth on screen. Logan Lerman's character, I was actually very surprised by. I've never hated him in anything, but I've also never took him seriously as an actor before. But now, after this, I think I'll think twice about that. Lerman plays Ham, one of Noah's sons. Now, he differs a bit from the Bible because in the Bible he has a wife. In this story, he does not. He actually is having a bit of trouble in that department. I guess he sort of represents the angsty teenager who is sad because he can't get a girlfriend. And I thought I had bad luck as a teenager trying to get a girlfriend. Man, Ham has it rough. But it's in the second half of the film, after the ark has sort of taken to the seas and the earth has been completely flooded and everyone in the world is dead. Ham is kind of wrestling with this notion of revenge against his father and what it really means to become a man. You have the character of Tubal Cain, who was introduced earlier on in the film, who fuels Ham's hatred and malice. But, the story is all about Noah. Russell Crowe's Noah is a very tortured man. He's not constantly weighted down by what God has asked him to do, but at the same time, he's also very aware of what is happening to the world and what God is asking of him. God, who is referred to as the creator in this story, has a very active role in the film, but Aronofsky took it upon himself to sort of mesh the arc, the story arc of God and Noah together. But by, sort of putting the two stories together, I think Noah becomes a very complex character, and God's decision-making process is felt through Noah. And the thing that Paramount, in my opinion, very wisely has done was keep the second half of the film largely a secret. There are a lot of things happening on the ark that don't come through in any of the trailers. And I don't want to talk about it in length because, in my opinion, it's very, very, visceral to experience in the moment on screen. Noah having to hear from God that he must make this decision, and it's a horrible decision to make that kind of ties into a lot of political problems that we are experiencing in our world today. I think audiences, on both sides of the spectrum, both liberal and conservative, can appreciate what Aronofsky is going for here. I am eager to see how audiences react to the changes that were made, which in my opinion were for the good of the story, and, I think turned out for the better. My favorite part of the film is actually, after the ark has kind of gone out to sea, Noah tells his family about how God created life and the earth in 6 days. And it's a very, very well done scene. It's an excellent sequence that I think caters to both evolutionists and creationists in equal measure. I was like, yes, this is Aronofsky right here. While I have some minor reservations about some of the smaller, more indescript details, I really was surprised by Noah. I wasn't in love with it, but I was definitely surprised enough to not say, wow, fuck you, Aronofsky. You fucking sellout! But I'm happy to say that was not the case. So if you have the chance, go see Noah in theaters, and definitely try and go see it in IMAX, because I don't think they're doing any IMAX 3D, so, you don't have to wear the stupid glasses. You can just go enjoy it in the big screen that it's supposed to be on. Overall, I think Noah is a very important film, just because of how it subverts the blockbuster, and Aronofsky does some very interesting things by making it a character-driven story and not an action, adventure, epic-driven story. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a solid 7 out of 10, but hey, what did you think of this style of video reviews? Was it annoying seeing the steering wheel in the foreground of the shot? I think it would be. But overall, did you think it was entertaining? And if you did, let me know if you want to see more of them. It's very difficult for me to organize a review, and I think better while I'm driving, so that's sort of why I did this. So let me know in the comments, hey, enjoy the video, enjoy the review, and enjoy Noah by Darren Aronofsky.